Hello, everyone. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie. This is the weekend energies reading for the signs of Scorpio all the way to Pisces. And this is for the weekend of March 5th, 6th, and 7th. And before I forget, happy Women's Day for March 8th for all of you women watching. So thank you for being there and spending some time with me today. So basically what this reading will be with new cards, the energies from the Whisper of Nature. And I'm going to pull a card from the funky Dixit Tarot, or not Tarot, but Dixit card decks that I have. Tarot, Lenormand, and possibly another deck if I need further clarification. So every sign is going to be timestamped in the description box below. And I'm going to start with Scorpio. So here we go. Let me just timestamp this. It's 0:55. 58, I'll put. Okay, all right. So Scorpio, your weekend energy with the Whispers of Nature card will be number 24, be your best self always. It's a beautiful card. I really like the imagery of these cards. Same deck that I use for my my love readings, Whispers of Love. But anyways, this is the same creators. Very beautiful. All right, so you just make sure that you put your best self always. Put it first. And look at this. This is similar. Be your best self always. Look, the reflection of yourself is in the window is basically you, but with a halo, meaning you're a good person and you're putting yourself forward as being a very good person. Awesome reading for you, Scorpio. All right, so let's go into the tarot now for Scorpio for the weekend. Oops. For Scorpio for the weekend. Scorpio for the weekend. Okay, we have this card, the Wheel of Fortune, and we have the Tower. Oh, interesting. And I'm going to pull another card. And the Death. Oh boy, there's a lot of stuff going on this weekend for you, Scorpio. Okay, so first of all, these cards are associated with some signs. So the Wheel of Fortune is usually associated with Sagittarius, or it could be one of the four fixed signs. So we have yourself, Scorpio, Aquarius, Taurus, and Leo. Tower is associated with Aries, and Death is associated with Scorpio. So, you know, either you're yourself here in this deck, or there's a lot of energies happening around you this weekend. The wheel is a positive change. Something good is happening. Something is going to get set into motion this weekend. It's going to be a change that happens created by the universe. It's not something that you're doing intentionally, but it's going to bring change and transformation to your life. Now, let me pull some more cards from this Dixit deck here. So, oops, this card came flying out. And we've got the Fool, which is going on a new journey. So, you know what? Let's just keep picking. Let's take another card. And here's the Six of Pentacles card for me. And that's like giving. So you're going to be probably giving more than receiving this weekend. You're going to be like a good Mother Teresa this weekend. And the Page of Wands is about a new passion. Something new is being illuminated in you. Something new that's also going to make you very analytical. The King of Swords. Let's pick a card from Lenormand to get a little bit more context on the situation or what it's pertaining to this weekend. Okay, we have the Bear, which is your financial situation or your boss. And we have Anchor, which is your stability or your security. Or, yeah, and you know what? The anchor could also be that you're lifting your anchor so you can move ahead somewhere else and then drop your anchor again somewhere else for a better stability, financial stability. So definitely there are some changes happening for you, but it says to remain positive and also be your best self this weekend. Do not go into the dark dark night of the soul energy. Do not go there. Stay on a positive vibration, and things should go smoothly, regardless of these changes that are occurring. The changes and the disruption from the Tower, and then the change from the Death card, and then you moving on to a different path, which is generally associated with very positive change, and so is the Wheel. So, I mean, there's nothing spelling here of catastrophe. It's just change is happening. It's imminent, and you're most likely going to be giving more than receiving. It's something that you're passionate about, but also going to be very analytical in the context. Most likely related to your financial situation. That's going to be uprooted in a way, but also improved to improve your stability. Okay? So I hope you like this, and we'll see you next weekend, Scorpio. Hello, Sagittarius. So welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is your weekend energies for March 5th, 6th, and 7th. And the card for you from Whispers of Nature is called Breakthrough. And it is card number 8. And there's a lot of butterflies on here. So there's some kind of breakthrough that's happening this weekend that are probably transformative for you. We also have here this alligator who's surrounded by books and like just eating books. So you're probably going to either learn a lot this weekend, or you're gobbling down a lot of information that's going to bring you some breakthrough. Okay, let's go into tarot for Sagittarius for the weekend. I'll take this one, and this one. Okay. So we have here the Two of Wands, we have the Queen of Cups, and we have the Nine of Cups. So this breakthrough is probably going to help you to maybe make a decision or take a different path, or to strategize better for your future. And this most likely has to do with an emotional context, because we have the Queen of Cups making you maybe more loving or nurturing, and then that's going to make you happy. So let's grab a card from Lenormand, or a couple of cards from Lenormand. Okay, so we have the Woman and we have the Clover, which means luck. So let me just pull another one, because the Woman could be you if you are a female. It could be you, that you're getting a little bit of luck this weekend through this event. And you have the Path, which is choosing a path, a different path. You have a choice to make. So I think this is not telling me more than this, what the context of the situation is, but definitely whatever is happening, the breakthrough that you're going to be receiving this weekend through information that you're going to be gobbling up in some way, is going to help you make a choice on a different path that's going to be emotionally very good for you and the people around you. It's going to make you very happy. And there could be some essence of luck with that. Or maybe you're gambling this weekend, because this card could also be associated with gambling. All right, so you have a nice weekend, and we'll talk to you next week in Sagittarius. Hello, Capricorn. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie, and this reading is for the weekend of March 5th, 6th, and 7th. The card for you from the Whispers of Nature will be the card number 32, and it says, Trust Your Own Understanding. Beautiful card. There's an owl, I believe, on this card. No, there is none. It looked like an owl, but it's not an owl. But there's a lot of butterflies. And butterflies speak of transformation. So trust your own understanding, possibly bringing you some kind of changes in your life this weekend. And here we have this old man that's kind of like, it looks like a coffee grinder or some kind of grinder. And he's like turning it so that but it also looks like a clock. So it looks like setting something. It's nighttime. He looks very old and wise because he's got a lot of gray hair, and he's very old. But anyways, he's preparing. He's setting up the clock. He's setting things in motion. He's setting And also his eyes are closed, so maybe he's, using his intuition somehow. And that's probably what that is here. This card is trust your own understanding, trust your own intuition. You know what the right moves are, what should be done intuitively, and just get to it. Set the things in motion, following your intuition. All right, so let's go with tarot now for Capricorn. All right, we have King of Cups. And we have the Two of Wands. Oh, and we also have a couple more cards. Six of Cups and the Ten of Wands. Okay, so the King of Cups is one that is actually it's the most loving king in the deck. So he's very emotionally stable. It could be chaotic in the background, but he's also a very loving man. It could be a woman. It's just the energy, right? But anyways, he's very stable emotionally and also very loving. And he does act up on it. He doesn't just speak of it. He actually does it. So, very good man or energy to be around. Either you're going to be like that or you are going to be meeting someone of that nature this weekend. You also have the Two of Wands, which is either strategizing or planning the future or taking a new path, okay? And that new path it probably involves someone from the past, or you reminiscing about the past. And the reason why you're doing this, from what I'm seeing is, whatever happened in the past was kind of hard for you to handle. It was too much to handle. So you're having these thoughts of the past and you don't like that feeling. It's not exactly a good feeling. And that's probably why this decision is there. You're having to choose a different path so that it's a more light-hearted situation for you, emotionally speaking, as well as maybe on the stress level. You know the answers already. It's in you. And this card is about taking action, just like the King of Cups, right? And intuition is usually associated with the Moon card or the water sign cards. So yeah, and this is a water sign. So definitely, you need to act up on your intuition, choose the right path so you can kind of get away from this energy, okay, where you are not feeling at your best. You felt burdened by it. Let's pick some cards from this deck here, which is Lenormand. And we have a letter. So possibly a letter's coming in. And we have the fish, which speaks of abundance. Again, more water and messenger. So, this messenger could also be a visitor. So maybe you're getting a visitor that's announcing himself or herself coming to visit. And there's a lot of exchange there between the two of you with this abundance. And again, maybe because it's a water card associated with water, as we see here, you really need to follow your intuition because you can kind of see and read between the lines. And that's what I'm getting at. You can read between the lines. You're like 10 step ahead of these messages coming from this person. You're 10 step ahead and you can read between the lines as to what their ultimate reason or goal is for coming to see you. And this is most likely associated with this energy here that is from the past that was somewhat burdensome to you. So follow your gut feeling, my dear Capricorn, this weekend, all right? Take care, and we'll talk to you next weekend. Hello, Aquarius. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is your energy reading for the weekend of March 5th, 6th, and 7th. And the energy from the Whisper of Nature for you is card number 11, and it says, make a decision. Okay, you have a choice to make, my dear. Beautiful imagery on the cards. I'm not going to talk about the imagery because I don't have a whole lot of time. These are quick readings. Okay, this is the second time I get this card for these readings. This card is about a helping hand coming to you, or you are going to provide a helping hand to someone. It's an energy of bringing clarity to some darkness, or some clarity is coming to you after a moment of darkness, and that's probably why you have a decision to make. Okay, so let's dive into the tarot for you, Aquarius. For Aquarius for the weekend. We have the Lovers, another choice card, making a decision. And then the Magician, manifesting, and then with the Death, change. Okay, so lots of things is going on. Actually, I'm going to change decks, and I'm going to go with this deck here. So these energies here could be associated with the Gemini. We have Gemini or Virgo as well here. And then we have Scorpio over here. So maybe these people are involved in your life, or they simply are the energies that you need to make a choice. Manifest after you've made that choice. So kind of like wish and act upon what it is that you want for your future. And then bring some change in your life. Maybe this illumination is going to help you make this change. Remember, I talked about somewhat like the universe is shining down some illumination on you to be able to make a decision, to clarify things so you can make a decision. With this deck here, what we have is the Page of Swords, which is having a new idea, new thoughts, communicating them. We have the Three of Pentacles, which could talk about collaboration, teamwork, working at a skill. We have here Judgment, and then we have the World, and then we have the Eight of Wands. So Judgment's about being victorious. The Judgment's coming down, and you are in a good place because you are resurrecting. I mean, we have a lot of major arcanas here, and so do we have here. We have at least two. So Judgment is about that, resurrection. It's about coming up strong. And then the World is putting an end to something, or actually either that or starting something new, putting an end to something and starting something new, just like the Death card is. And then we have the Eight of Wands, which is a lot of rapid movement, or it's travel, air travel. It could be traveling, like I said, through air, or it could be a lot of exchanges, either through the internet communications or whatnot. But definitely there's some changes happening this weekend for you that, you know, you're going to communicate about. Probably something to do with someone around you where you were teaming up with, collaborating with. And then the Judgment comes down that you are ruling. It's in your favor. It helps you put an end to something and then moving on. Maybe you're literally moving. If not today, but you will be, right? You're putting an end to the old cycle and then starting something new, which involves a move. All right, Aquarius, I hope you like this. We'll see you next weekend. Hello, Pisces. Welcome to 2020 Tarot. This is Natalie, and this is your weekend energies for March 5th, 6th, and 7th. So for you, from the Whispers of Nature, we have card number 3, Celebrate Differences. Okay, I'll show you the card, but I'm not going to elaborate on the artwork today, not on this reading. But it says Celebrate Differences. And from the Dixit cards, we have this old man looking like a pirate with his parrot on his shoulder is in a picture frame, or he's inside a boat, or whichever. It looks like a picture frame. And he's fishing, but in a cup, and not fishing in the sea or, open water. He's fishing in a cup. We'll see how that leads. I have no clue how that would tie in with this, but it's interesting. Celebrate differences. And maybe that's what it is. This old man needs to fish out of the cup instead of the ocean. He needs to narrow down his options. And maybe that's what the differences need to be. Think locally instead of globally. All right, so we have the Tower. Tower speaks of change, universal change. It's something that's happening outside of your control. It's happening around you. And you have the Knight of Cups, which is an offer that's being presented of sentimental value. And then the Page of Swords, which is again another, like it's a new beginning, but with the thought pattern or with the learning or communicating. It's it's just something new that you're starting, that you are now wanting to communicate to others. I am going to pick one more card from this deck this time. This is the Two of Wands, and this is about strategizing. From this deck, I see it as a strategy card, planning your future, and you hold on to the key for what's good for your future. We're going to take a couple of cards from this deck here, Pisces, for you. And this is Le Normand. Okay, we have this, the Moon, and we have the Whip, and then I'm going to pick a third one. And we have the Friend, the Dog, which is the loyalty card. All right, so there's a lot of stuff on here, and somehow it looks like it's so disjointed, but clearly what I'm getting from this is there's something happening around you that is some change that you're not necessarily comfortable with, okay? And that's probably why it's asking you to be open to the differences, celebrate the differences, being inclusive instead of exclusive, right? Kind of scenario. And there's changes, but then following that, there's going to be there's new offers, sentimental offers. Maybe new friendships are going to be created. There's going to be new communications that are going to be started with this person. And maybe this is going to open up opportunities for you to think outside the box. Think outside your head, right? Think outside the box. Plan for the future in a different way. And maybe your options are to not think so big, but continue to look locally, look on a smaller scale. Sometimes it's good to make small changes, small scaled changes instead of like massive changes at one time. And this is good because the Moon card is about cycles, or it's about, in this deck, it's about cycles, or it's about your reputation. And because it's right next door to the Whip, I have a strong feeling this has to do with work. There's the Whip to me is repetitive motion, repetitive actions. And it's probably something you do day after day. You know, if it's not your literal work, it's whatever you do. If you're volunteering or you're doing some exercise or anything, it's something to do that you're doing day after day after day after day after day after day. And somehow this will impact your reputation. But just be true to yourself. This card is usually associated, the dog is usually associated with other people as well. But in this context here, I do not see that. I see that as you. It's something to do for you. You need to be true to yourself, be loyal to your needs, to yourself. And that way you'll be on the right path. You'll be able to make those wise decisions to be on the right path. I hope this makes sense. It seems a little convoluted, but anyways, this is for you, my dear Pisces, for the weekend. Enjoy, and we'll see you next weekend. Take care. Bye-bye.